Let's talk about the very serious counter-narcotics threat that's coming at us in some of the changing situations that's happening in our hemisphere, dealing with drug trafficking organizations and international drug trafficking in particular. What do you sense is a role the CIA should have in the ongoing work to be able to do counter-narcotics work in our hemisphere?
Senator, thank you very much for that question. And you've been a big supporter of CIA's counter-narcotics work. But when I returned from my overseas posting in early 2017, I was frankly shocked at what I saw was happening in our country, particularly in places like my home state of Kentucky, where there's a real crisis. But I think the number is 63,000 Americans we lost last year. We're losing 115 Americans a day. That seems to me to be an extraordinary crisis for our country. I would like to talk about this, if we could, some this afternoon. But as you know, CIA does have a fairly modest program to try and stop the flow of drugs from coming across our southern border: heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl. We work very closely in Central America and Latin America to try and stop that flow. I've been talking to our team at CIA headquarters about this for several months. I've asked them to come up with some options to grow that program. We have extraordinary support for that program on this committee. But I think in light of the fact that we're losing 115 Americans a day, that we're losing almost a generation in some places, that we have to do more. CIA is not the primary agency, but we can do a lot. But it has to be a whole of government effort.